spot for the season. I'm sitting right on the edge of the creek. This morning was the first time I've come in here in the dark, and I walked a little too far and got beyond where I wanted to go and tried to cut my way back through, and probably left a little more ground scent in here than I wanted to. I can shoot both sides of the creek, but overall I'm pretty happy with this setup. Well, it's been pretty uneventful so far. The wind direction has changed slightly. It was blowing down the creek behind me, and now it's blowing across. All of my morning trail cam pictures, the deer were coming from the south to the north, and my wind is blowing right to the south. In the evening, all of my trail cam pictures, they were coming from the north and heading south. Would be a good wind direction for an evening hunt, but I have to work tonight, so I'm probably gonna get down in just a little bit. Alright, it's about 10 after 10 now. Probably call it a day. Uneventful this morning. Well, I'm hunting a new spot tonight. It's right on the edge of the main lake. So there's a nice east-west ridge that runs and opens up right to the mouth of the main lake. And anything traveling north and south, it kind of pinches them right between where that ridge lets out to the lake. So they just travel right through there. I saw tons of sign in there last year. I've never deer hunted that spot. Other than muzzleloader, just still hunting through the area. And I did jump some deer last year, had some opportunities, but they didn't stick around long enough for me to get a shot. So I'm going to bow hunt that spot. I got a good wind for it. My wind is going to blow right out over the lake. I don't even have a tree picked out. That's a nice thing about saddle hunting, mobile hunting, run and gun type scenario. You can just go in, find a tree that works for your setup, that works for your wind, and see what happens. So it's kind of what I'm doing tonight. Kind of going in blind on this one, but one of the reasons I love saddle hunting is because I'm mobile, so I need to take advantage of that. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So we'll see you in the tree. Alright, well, it's 5:20. I found a spot and got set up. I jumped 3 deer on my way in here. There's a lot of deer trails that are crisscrossing in here. There's one that runs right under my tree, coming through here. Right down here, I found some fresh deer droppings. This whole area is covered with red oak acorns. Tons of acorn caps are laying on the ground. My wind is slightly different than what my apps are showing. This east and west ridge dumps down a hill right here, and the lake is straight to my west. There's a overgrown field up here to my northwest. I can see the edge of it. It's probably about 80 yards up this ridge, but I'm hoping a lot of deer are circling inside the woods, the edge of this field, and that they're feeding on these acorns in here. Squirrel. There's a lot of acorns on the ground. There's acorn caps all over the ground. You can tell the deer have been in here just tearing them up. Unfortunately, I jumped one on the way in right here.
still have shooting light, but I don't have camera light. Anyway, this episode wasn't super exciting, but I'm still trying to get on the deer. Stick with me, we'll make it happen. I appreciate you guys watching. About 10 after 8. I get set up in this spot about an hour before shooting time. I'm sitting in a white oak. I've got white oaks and red oaks all around me, and a lot of them are dropping right now. They've been dropping most of the morning. I heard a turkey sound like a hen turkey about 10 minutes ago behind me. I do have my full turkey license. Last year, I was sitting about 40 yards behind me and I had a whole flock of turkeys walk right under my tree. I can't remember what episode that was last year, but this is a good area for turkeys, so if one comes by, I would definitely take it. Hopefully we'll see something today. It's the same general area I killed my doe last year. And I've seen several deer in this area over the last couple years. Well, it's a few minutes after 9. I still hear those turkeys. Alright, well, it's 11:15. It's been pretty slow. Those turkeys never did come in. I'm gonna probably sit here till noon, then head to the truck and eat lunch and figure out what I'm gonna do this afternoon. There's a little buck rub on a tree right out here in front of me and some deer poop. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for the morning sit. Just trying to figure out where all these deer are. I know they're in here. Right as I was parking the truck this morning on the dirt road, there was a doe standing right where I parked the truck. But it looked like she was about to cross and head this way. But she turned around and went the other way. So, anyway, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. Alright, well, it's 3:12. I wanted to check this area out for a long time. This is the swamp where I killed my buck, but it's the opposite side of it. My trail camera with all the does on the creek is behind me 200 or 300 yards. It's quite a ways away. But this is the main swamp. And there's all kinds of deer trails through all of this. We've had very little rain over the summer, so all of this would normally be flooded. So it's got a lot of fresh vegetation. The ground's real moist, but it's dried up as far as the water level. So because of that, I think the deer are just in here browsing. There's tons of deer trails, tons of crossings. So I'll give this a try, and if nothing else, it'll be a good observation sit. I got good visibility here. I can see quite a ways away, all the way around me. So I may not have a deer, you know, within 20 or 30 yards of of shooting. I hope I do. I have deer runs right underneath me. But getting eyes on deer would be a really good thing, and just seeing where they're at. So this would be a good observation sit. Alright, well that's going to do it for me tonight. It is almost 5:15. I know it's almost getting to be prime time, but I have to work again tomorrow night. So that's not enough time to get everything done that I'd like to get done. So I've been out here all day. I got in an hour before daylight, so not one deer on the stand today. I don't know where all the deer are, but I can't seem to find them this year.